Day. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. See Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings taking on Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So that a nightmarish start to a football game as they give the ball away on the opening kickoff.
And they put their defense in a bind right away. They have to go into protect mode.
Vaughn on 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
On 2nd down, it's Vaughn. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, a run with Vaughn. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Vaughn, they'll try the left side. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Keyshawn Vaughn taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Buccaneers are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time, and in the end it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here are the Vikings set to go to work, and they're led by the leading passer in the NFC a season ago. Now in his 12th year, 6th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
Minnesota's new coaching staff really leaned on Cousins for leadership and production, and the longtime vet was up to the pressure. 29 touchdowns, 4,500 yards, and a 13-win season, his best as a starter. Captain Kirk, he's quietly been one of the league's most productive passers the last few seasons.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. To throw is Cousins. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Vita Vea in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Well, someone came to play today.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage right now.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Back to throw here. There's Jefferson to pull that in. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Play fake, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Throwing, Cousins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. 4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Joseph's got it, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that. What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others. Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. They go play action. Mayfield. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. First and 10. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. To throw, Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Here's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And it's fielded at the 34. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Second down, Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. A run with Vaughn out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4. staying on the ground with Vaughn. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mayfield now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
On the ground with Vaughn. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Keyshawn Vaughn. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bucs are able to extend their lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Going to run with Madison again. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Cousins now from the 50. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete to Otten. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down. Running behind center with Vaughn. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
To throw, Mayfield. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Vaughn. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Mayfield looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Vaughn on the handoff. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. After one, a 14-3 ball game. 2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Throwing, Mayfield. And he fends him off. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Out of his end zone, Cousins. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. They'll go Madison up the middle, and he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Another carry now for Madison. And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So a little more space to operate in from right around the 12. Cousins going underneath. He's got Hawkinson, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and a couple. Off the play fake, Cousins. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
2nd and short, got to run down, so it's definitely a good time. And they do so and pick up a first down.
This offense finding its leg. Now Cousins. And this one right back into the hand. This one across the 45 before he's brought down. On play action, Cousins. This goes out wide from Madison. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Here now, 2nd and 4. Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll throw again. Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Here's Madison running on first down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7. Play action now. Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Draw play, Madison. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. They work now on 2nd and 9. Throwing is Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
They start the drive with Vaughn. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Mayfield to throw it. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here is third down and 4. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
A first down throw for Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll begin on the ground here with Vaughn. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The Bucs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Vaughn. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 66 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
A give running right is Vaughn. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. This now a 3rd and 4. Here's Mayfield. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Running to the right, this is Vaughn. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7. They're going to look to throw. There's a short one taken in by Otten. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Vaughn on 1st and 10. And down to the 36-yard line here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down and 3. Again, a run with Vaughn. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And that is no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread. And now out comes Minnesota. The last series form, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. To throw is Cousins. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Addison hauls it in. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll leave him with third and a full yard to go. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He finds his man. That's Otten, the tight end. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Mayfield now from the 50. Over the middle, it's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Mayfield with it once more. Evans has it left side. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. out of the gun. It's a give to Vaughn.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
2nd and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
This one swung out to Vaughn. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. Mayfield now. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Here's a handoff to Vaughn. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll drop the throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. A disastrous loss there on 1st and goal on the sack. Sets them back big time.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This from 36 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. He gets it to Addison. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Throwing, Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Hockenson exploded after a surprising in-division trade from the Lions to the Vikings in 2022. Averaged 6 catches a game in his new digs and finished 2nd among NFL tight ends in yards and catches. Could lead the league with a full year in Minnesota.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Cousins again. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Cousins now. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Play fake. Mayfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Cousins now from the 50. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Cousins.
This is caught by Addison.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Madison. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now 2nd and 5.
Now Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Osborne. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Here's Cousins.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
Short yardage situation. You have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a 1st down.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. On the handoff, it's Madison.
He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Play fake. Cousins. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Shaquille Barrett. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
3rd and goal for Cousins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Shaquille Barrett drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
Fourth down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota.
The kick by Joseph is good. And a 2nd field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip.
A time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Mayfield to throw it.
There's a short one taken in by Otten.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Going to begin the drive here with Madison.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Cousins to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Osborne. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Cousins.
Open man is Osborne. He's got it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Cousins.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Now a give to Madison. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
3rd and 4.
Throwing is Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
Now 2nd and 3. Staying on the ground with Vaughn.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Vaughn.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Here's Vaughn.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
There's a short one taken in by Otten. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Mayfield.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Mayfield off the play fake. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
It's Ross Blacklock who earns the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Here's Mayfield.
He'll check this one down to Vaughn.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Pass complete to Addison. Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Madison. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw is Cousins.
Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
They'll go Madison up the middle. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Second and 5.
Now back to throw.
This goes out wide from Madison.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling
of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
First and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Gets another one to Hawkinson.
Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's second and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Second and goal from the 1.
Madison is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. On the give, here's McBride.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Vikings have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Cousins will try and throw. And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football. You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Up the middle, it's Vaughn.
It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out now come the Vikings.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in by Hockenson here. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Here's Madison running left. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 61 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle and complete to Addison. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd down, this is Madison. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. They'll run with Madison. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Joseph's got it. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So Mayfield and the Bucs down 18-17, a minute 13 to play. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Mayfield. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now 2nd and 4. That's complete to Otten. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Mayfield to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Now Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Running behind center with Vaughn. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds.
So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. This is 1st and 10.
One last shot now for Cousins. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Tampa Bay, a win's a win as they eke out the 2-point victory to take the season opener. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.